Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, a few hours ago the Battlefront 2 full trailer was released, as I'm sure you guys know. Anyways, what I thought I'd do, similar to the teaser trailer, is go through and have a look at what we've got. Now, there's a lot of information that I have for you guys regarding the main character, Iden Versio. So you'll learn her origin, where she comes from, a bit about her parents, her role as commander, and also the motives behind the journey that she's going to be going on in this game. The first we get presented of a shot of Starkiller base. So obviously this is the Force Awakens era, 30 years after the second Death Star was destroyed, son. Then we get a close-up of the Stormtroopers on Starkiller base. It looks amazing. This game looks beautiful already. Now, we saw this in the teaser trailer. The TIE fighters fly towards camera. Now, we also hear the female protagonist of the campaign, Iden Versio, say, "I've waited 30 years for this." I really like the next shot. We get to see that droid that we saw in the teaser trailer actually releases and attaches to Iden's back. Now, I don't know whether this will be a kind of R2-D2 companion. I have a feeling it's more of a probe droid that you might be able to use in the campaign as some form of tool or weapon. Now, in the next shot we see the Corvette flying past Imperial Star Destroyers towards what looks like the Death Star. We get this nice voiceover from the Emperor, Mr. Palpatine, saying the rebellion must not be allowed to persist. And get this absolutely sick sequence where a scout trooper is looking as he's reloading, ready to shoot these rebels, and they're all being taken out at once, and he's kind of like, yo, what's going on here? And then they turn around and realize that they have an elite squadron behind them, son. What I can tell you about Iden, as she is supposedly trained her whole life to become an Imperial commander. Now, of course, we hear the Stormtrooper reference to them as Special Forces, and this squadron is called the Inferno Squadron. Don't actually know too much about the Special Forces team, apart from they reported to Iden's father. Now, I've read that these guys are supposed to act as TIE fighter / commando hybrids for the Empire. And also they have skills of sabotage and infiltration, which implies to me that there may be some stealth segments and aspects of the campaign. And of course, in the background you can see an AT-ST as well, so that means we'll probably be getting those again. Hopefully that they've changed some of the stuff on that, because getting stood on by one of those as a hero and completely dying, yeah, that kind of sucks. I said this a couple of days ago, but I have a feeling that this is Iden in a TIE fighter heading through the wreckage of the Death Star. And then we hear the voiceover again of Iden saying, "We avenge our Emperor," implying that she is going to use her skills and the squad that she runs to hopefully avenge the death of her leader. I'm being very formal again, guys. You can't see my facial expressions, just my voice. This is kind of weird, I haven't done this in a while. This gives us like an invisible cut to the next shot, which we saw in the teaser trailer, which is Millennium Falcon and two TIE fighters. Now, I mentioned that these two TIE fighters are from the original trilogy era. Following the Millennium Falcon, we then get to see a space battle, which indicates to me that we'll be having them in the campaign and also on multiplayer. We then get a voiceover of the Emperor saying, "The Resistance, the Rebellion, you," implying to Iden, "will burn these ideas away." She's going to be responsible for stopping the rebellion and the resistance. These ideas, this idea of hope, etc., she is going to be the one that's going to shut it down. Obviously it didn't work, but you know what I mean. Now, because this video is being released pretty quickly after the trailer's been released, I have not a Scooby who that is, mate. So if any of you guys know who that is in the red cloak, let me know down below and I'll pin that comment in order to allow everybody else to see. But in this shot we can see Iden and this authoritative figure, who I have a feeling may be her father if her squadron does report to her father, potentially giving her orders for the next mission. We then get this really nice shot of Luke picking up his lightsaber, R2-D2 behind him, and then as the camera pans up we then see Iden standing behind him with her blaster pointed at his back. The camera then shifts focus onto Luke's face, and I find it very interesting how these two characters' stories are so closely intertwined. Could the guy in red potentially be Snoke? Now that is a question. Then see a shot of Iden standing, giving what seems to be kind of like a motivating speech saying hope cannot save them. One thing that I can tell you about Iden is she grew up on Vardos, a planet new to Star Wars. We haven't actually seen this place before, and it's supposedly described as an Imperial utopia. Now, we've seen this in the teaser trailer where that AT-AT's foot comes down and we see those red trees. We then see another shot of the Corvette heading into another space battle. It actually gets hit and then it switches to another shot of a couple of X-Wings sliding out of what seems to be a ship or a hangar. Now I'm thinking this could potentially be the Battle of Jakku, because we see Rey scavenging in The Force Awakens from a fallen Imperial Star Destroyer. Now when we see the X-Wing falling and all the other debris falling towards the planet's surface, it does look very much like Jakku. We then see a first-person view of a TIE fighter. Now this TIE fighter and the ones surrounding it seem to be the ones from The Force Awakens. I'm not too sure where these TIE fighters are. I have a feeling it might be Takodana. Then get another shot of a TIE fighter falling from the sky. It looks like Starkiller Base is under attack. Following this, we get a really cool shot of what looks like Mos Eisley. Now the reason I say that is because we have that kind of weird ass alien camel thing on the left, and we also have the speeder that we see in the very first movie of the original trilogy. And then we get that epic sick shot, man, when Darth Maul cast out his saber. Now for this sequence we get a little bit more. We get that sick close-up of his face. We get a close-up of Yoda's lightsaber and him forcing it into his hand. That bit gives me goosebumps. It's sick. We then see Rey as we saw in the teaser trailer, and then we see the Tauntaun taking out that snowtrooper. Following that we get another shot of the Tauntaun and a rebel on top with a blaster that seems to be tearing stuff up. So that really indicates to me that we will be getting these and they will be rideable in the campaign and in multiplayer. We get this shot here of the X-Wings and the A-Wings flying in over. I really have a feeling that this might be Scarif, but we've already got Scarif, so I'm not too sure. Now this bit of the trailer, honestly, for me, this like made the trailer. You get to see Kylo Ren absolutely losing it. Now what was interesting here is he seems to be killing officers, Imperial officers. Obviously we know he's got a bit of a temper, so that doesn't really come as a massive surprise, but I don't know if that indicates something or an underlying tone or something like that. I'm not too sure. Then he turns to the camera and boom, that is it. Honestly, one of the best game trailers I've seen in such a long time, and for somebody who plays Battlefront very frequently and is like, I've based my YouTube channel pretty much around this game, this is such good news. It's so exciting. I'm really glad that EA have listened to the community, and I'm really hoping we see a little bit more of the Clone Wars. Now for those of you that are wondering, where is the Clone Wars content? Now on the official Battlefront 2 website, EA have shown droids from the prequels, and they've said that you can customize and progress your characters. Now also one last thing, they have also announced that there will be split screen co-op. Now of course we had split screen skirmish and offline gameplay, but we didn't have split screen online. Now this feature has been incorporated into this game, which is really interesting, and that's something that I actually mentioned when I did my video regarding what I wanted for this game. Anyways guys, that's me for today. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video and my reaction to the trailer, which I put up a couple of hours ago. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated. I'll be putting out a normal video either tomorrow or the day after, depending on any more content that gets released about this game. And I'll be back with the face cam tomorrow. I just wanted to like spare your eyes for this video, you know. Anyways guys, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. It's been really awesome this week. Star Wars is nuts. The game's going to be nuts. The gameplay, the kill streaks, the campaign walkthrough, everything. There's going to be so much content, and I'm going to be uploading way more frequently now. Again, thank you very much guys. Honestly, you mean a lot to me, and I'll see you on the next video.